That's what it sounds like outside right now where I'm at. Although this is just like my backing track while I'm talking because I don't like silence. And I don't like people that play stupid funky techno shit that's super loud while they're trying to talk. Anyhow, link down below as always to credit WWE. Unlike last week's SmackDown, they actually posted the results this time. So hopefully I can follow along here. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn interrupted the Judgment Day, and Sami Zayn challenged Dirty Dom Dom for a shot at the NXT NA Championship. I got something to say about that. So, I'm on board with Dom having the NXT Championship. I actually made a video on it. I got a couple of hundred views. I was really surprised. And I see the logic in it. He could bring a little bit more relevance to the NXT brand. More eyes might be on the product. It'll generate more heat for the Judgment Day, bring more credibility as everybody is like starting to collect gold. But what I don't get now, it's been a couple of times already where Dom is defending it on the main roster. That's the part that I don't understand with actual current champions like Sami Zayn. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy the match, but why don't we bring somebody from NXT up to Raw? I mean, even that might not make sense, but my point is they do that sometimes where they'll bring in an NXT talent because, like myself, I don't watch NXT. I don't have time to watch NXT. I watch AEW a little bit. I play guitar, you know what I mean? I try to work out. I watch Raw. I'm SmackDown. I'm running 3 YouTube channels. I'm all over the place with the guitar, the piano. There's only so many hours in a day. So when I see people coming up from NXT, I never know who they are. And a lot of these people came from NXT. Kevin Owens and all that. So I would have preferred to see somebody from NXT come up since somebody went down to NXT, took the title, brought it to Raw. I would rather see that and see Dominic Mysterio work more, on NXT as well as Raw to help develop his character more, which I think he's doing a great job. I really do. So that's just my thing on it. A little bit weird. All these big shots on the main roster asking for a title shot. I'm saying bring in some NXT people. Anyway, so that's that. Becky Lynch and Zoe Stark. Like I said, since day one I saw Zoe Stark. I like her a lot. I like the whole Trish thing. I've already gone on about that. Love Becky Lynch. This was a solid match that wasn't sloppy. I know this is going to get a little bit of backlash, but I'm going to say it. This was no Io Sky Charlotte Flair match. This had the E in WWE. I thought it was a great match. Cody Rhodes vows to embarrass Brock Lesnar. Again, the dashing, Shakespearean, poetic speaker that is Cody Rhodes did another great job speaking as always. It was good. Simple as that. Dirty Dom Dom defeats Sami Zayn in an NXT match because of the whole, thing that went goosey there with the distraction. But I liked the match. It wasn't too bad. Like I said, Dom is really shaping up to be something pretty decent there. So, that's what it was, because I almost forgot. I was collecting my thoughts there. Rhea and Damian Priest brought out KO, who was banged up, and then Sami Zayn turned around. And that's how you get the win from Dominic Mysterio. So this was fine. Like I said, Sami Zayn I never tire of seeing, and truthfully, I like seeing Dom, flourish or whatever it is that he's doing. I'm all for it. Big not just Bronson Reed, Colossal Bronson Reed defeats Chompy Tomato, Tommaso Ciampa. I know it's getting old. This again was spectacular. I mean, and for me, Tommaso Ciampa was like, with all due respect, it was just like, yeah, here's another NXT dude, whatever, There's a lot of people that come and they're good. But I don't know. Lately, like I said, watching him in the ring, doing his promos, is growing on me. And then he picked up fucking Bronson Reed. After he had been winded and he was wrestling him for several minutes, he still managed to do it when he wasn't fresh. I have to admit, that's a testament to his workout ethic. And it's just unbelievable. Same thing with Bronson Reed. I mean, dude's big, but he's not a slouch. Dude is... Oh, man, this was like one of the highlights of the night for me, truthfully. This was, like, amazing. Now, Nakamura comes out, distracted him, and then Bronson Reed got the win. I don't know if that's going to make Shinsuke a heel now. I really hope not. Because I like him as a face. But either which way, I really like him. Rhea Ripley. Okay, so I got something to say about that. Well, it's quite the shot there. It's like, bang, bitch, get the chair. So what happened was really simple, and it's sad. I'm really thirsty today. It's the good shit. No sugars, no carbs, no caffeine. All flavor. So Liv Morgan. Again, first time I saw her ever. And I know it's terrible and I shouldn't do that. But I was like, oh, here we go. Right? Just there for the looks. And it was very quickly apparent that no, there's actually something there. Great talent. But she just had a serious shoulder injury and she was out, right? That's why they had to relinquish the titles with Raquel Rodriguez. That was a real injury. And then she came back. They retook the titles. But now she injured her other shoulder. So this is like nothing against Liv. It's not like, her fault or whatever. Some people, no offense, are just a little bit more injury prone, and it just looks like her shoulders are not having a good time. So they booked in Rhea doing a work and injured the other shoulder. It actually might be the same arm that she's smacking that's legitimately hurt, whatever. But it's the opposite of the one she injured before. And that's why they went to that degree. So it's a legit injury, but not caused by Rhea Ripley. So now the word is that Liv is going to be out for a while. And I'm just like, oh, man. Liv, Raquel, like, they're so good. And I really like them as a pair. Like, I really do. And no offense, it's rare for me to get invested in any of the, female superstars, with all due respect. But again, Rhea Ripley, your Liv Morgans, your Charlotte Flairs, even, yeah. Like, there are quite a few that I'm starting to enjoy a lot more now. Io Sky. I do appreciate Bayley. I do. But anyways, the point is, this really sucks now because I don't know how long she's going to be out for. I got something to say about this. Damian Priest defeats Apollo Crews. So backstage, we saw Apollo Crews said, I'd like you to try that with me to, Damian Priest and disrespect me. Then they had the match. The match was fine. The problem is Apollo Crews, and this is a former Intercontinental Champion. This is a former United States Champion. Like, this guy already has actually a pretty half-decent legacy in his career. He's been around for a while, then he was put in NXT. This guy can work. He's good to work with. Not that I would know personally. I just mean he's a good dude all around, like in the back, like in the locker room. That's really important. Like, he's well-respected, hard worker, super athletic, incredibly gifted. All these things, but they never kind of, capitalized on him, and that happens, right? Damian Priest, no offense, is a bigger star up the tier than Apollo Crews is, but not necessarily in terms of skill. Apollo Crews, man, just like Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, those guys are, and they had their glory days before. They really did, but I mean, shit. It bugs me because I feel like Apollo Crews got Zack Rydered. Zack Ryder's another one, man. He's got all the tools and everything, and just kind of gets the short end of the stick. And I just wish we could see more for Apollo Crews. But you know what? Unfortunately, there's only so many people that can be championed, that can hold the title, and that can be on the 3-hour show. And then the 2-hour show that is SmackDown. SmackDown is 2 hours, right? I don't know. I don't have like commercials or anything like that. So, but anyways, it's a shame because Apollo Crews could easily be like I mean top tier. Like I'm talking up there with Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. Okay? Like it's... Anyway, so it kind of bugged me, but whatever. It is what it is. This was interesting. Drew McIntyre defeats Ludwig Kaiser. Again, this was a great match. I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed Corey Graves' impersonation of Ludwig. It was just really funny. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to ruin it. I tried it earlier on my own when I wasn't recording it, and it was half decent. It was half decent. But yeah, it was nice. The whole thing was just nice. I had a good time. And then the end got a little out of whack there. I don't remember. Matt Riddle. That's it. Riddle came to help. You see, this is what happens when I don't record this immediately after I watch the show, and I kind of wish more would have come out because Riddle got riddled pretty quick. They solved him like, you know what I mean? Really quick. And I just wish like Sheamus could have come out, or KO or Sami Zayn, because what happened to that little threesome thing, right? So that did bother me that nobody else came out. But then Gunther got Gunthered right through the table. Is that even a word? I'm just making shit up. And then we've got Seth freaking Rollins, Finn Balor. They signed the contract, had a little promo there, and then they all tried to swarm. Well, they didn't try, they did. They swarmed him. And Sami Zayn came out, but KO never did. That bothered me that nobody else came out. I would have liked to have seen that, or, you know, Broski there come out. But none of that ended up happening. Logan Paul, something happened here. Where was it? How come they didn't show? Logan Paul came out with Ricochet. Oh, right there. This is why you got to look at the top. This was kind of interesting. I don't really like Ricochet's promos, no offense. It was just kind of whatever. It was a little awkward. I mean, they're great in the ring. Logan Paul, for me, on terms of like the mic, is a hit and miss. 1 week. And I got something to say about this, actually, about Ricochet. Ricochet said, and I quote, "You're a prick," and he said it twice. Now, Brad Maddox, if you remember him from about 8 years ago, he also, you know, did the horizontal Hoka Poka with Paige and Xavier Woods. Anyways, that guy, a lot of people will know him from that. I think at least it was him. Last I checked. No, I mean the story, that is. He used the word pricks. And then he was fired for it. So there's some words, obviously, that you're not allowed to say. And they just said, "Adios, muchachos." And they got rid of him. Then he goes on and he calls Logan Paul a prick. Now, granted, he called the crowd a bunch of pricks. Does it matter if you're calling the crowd or a superstar? Is it the use of the word? I don't know. But I found that very interesting because the word prick, I mean, I'm not offended. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say the word prick in WWE except for Brad, and they axed him. So, anyways, I don't know if they're going to let it slide with him, because he kind of had a half-decent role, actually, in WWE there. So, yeah. Chime in if you have more thoughts about that, or just anything in general that's related to wrestling. It doesn't even have to do with Monday Night Raw. It could be something that happened last week on SmackDown. It could be the Royal Rumble from 30 years ago. It could be your thoughts on Hacksaw Jim Duggan winning the first Royal Rumble. What do you think of his run? Whatever. Just go ahead, because I care. And because the ulterior motive, it also helps with the algorithm. Which brings me to my next point. If you did like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, as it does greatly help support that algorithm in making me a little bit more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down, and as always, I'll bend it in half, I'll twist it, I'll break it off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally, that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. They don't even have Logan Paul or Ricochet in here. WWE! You did me dirty. What is going on here? Everybody that's on the show needs to be... I guess they weren't technically considered a featured superstar. I mean, even YOLO Bro, what's his name there? Riddle's not even on here. What the hell is going on? I'm going to have to start making my own website. Jeepers. Anyways, take care, and until next time, bye for now.